myself in the I look 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 myself in the eye.
What's going on, guys? This is Brian Delaney from Rock the Fuck Out, and this is a quick chat with Paper Idol.
Rock the Fuck Out, appreciate you having me for quick chats.
How important do you think consistency is for artists these days?
Consistency is more important than ever these days. In a world that moves faster than it ever has. Putting out content and music to keep fans engaged, it is actually a big deal, but it's also important to take breaks.
Out of all your releases so far, which hit closest to home, meant the most to you, or is just your favorite?
One of my favorites has to be Sidewalk because it's the very first song that I wrote for the Playground. And so Sidewalk kind of spurred the entire rest of the album. So, love Sidewalk.
How long have you been making music, and how old were you when you knew that you wanted to do it professionally?
I've been making music now for, 18 years, and I knew I wanted to do it professionally when I was about 21.
What was your experience like while studying for a neuroscience degree?
I was studying music neuroscience, which meant that I was doing stuff that was at the intersection of neuroscience and music and cognition. What I was specifically doing was measuring brain waves, putting on electrodes on people's heads and measuring their brain waves, and then turning those brain waves into music, and then playing that music back to people, which was really cool.
Was there an aha moment or a specific turn of events that helped you decide to pursue music instead of continuing in the medical field?
My aha moment was getting my first job after college, and that's when I knew it was time to do something else.
What drove you to create your upcoming The Playground EP? And was there an emotional, nostalgic reason behind the concept?
After writing Sidewalk, which is just about, reminiscing on childhood, I thought this would be a really cool concept for an entire album. It was especially cool because I recorded and wrote the whole thing in all the different places that I lived. So some of it is from LA, some of it is from Tel Aviv, and some of it is from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, so I lived in all those places, and they've all sort of influenced the album, which is fun.
Where are you from originally, and what has your experience in LA been like since you relocated?
I'm originally a Midwesterner with a little Middle Eastern vibes, but spent most of my childhood in Wisconsin. And moving to LA, it's been great. I had a lot of friends out here, and it's a really fun, easy place to meet other musicians and people doing cool stuff. There's also sharks out there, look out. Just kidding. It's a good place.
What is the process like for you when creating new music? Do you feel it all comes naturally?
Yeah, so for me, there's really two types of music processes. One of them is sitting down at the computer, starting a beat, making something from it, which is fun. And then there's the second type, which is you hear the melody in your head while you're in the shower or whatever. I find that the second kind of song is typically better, but it happens way less often.
How long did The Playground take to make, and is there anything about it that you would change?
The Playground took about a year of work. Most of the writing and recording was done while promoting Mania Days. I'd say about a year. And anything about it I would change, I might add a couple songs to it.
What was it about Young Hearts that made you choose it as the final single before the EP dropped?
The release order was kind of special. We started off on kind of a high note with Sidewalk and Control, which had a lot of energy. Our last single sort of took a dip and was a little bit more emotional and dark, and we really wanted to end with a bang, with something more upbeat, so Young Hearts was chosen to be the last single.
Who was your first crush? Did one of you break the other's heart?
My very first crush was a girl in my preschool in Israel. I broke her heart by moving to the United States.
How much of the creative process do you handle on your own with your music? Is there anyone working behind the scenes in your camp that you want to shout out?
So Adam Rochelle, who is part of this project, is basically the person who created the entire live show for Paper Idol and is also a big part of the producing and writing process. So big shout out to Adam. Check out Adam Rochelle's project, Prindle. It's fantastic. And also shout out to John and Avery, who are on the team helping out with stuff and managing.
If you could choose only one moment, what has been the most exciting part of your journey as Paper Idol so far?
Ooh, that's a tough one. We played a festival in Chicago a couple months ago. At some point, a toddler walked up to the front of the crowd and started dancing, and a dance circle formed around the toddler. It was so amazing that Adam and I just kept looping whatever section we were on to see how long this kid could dance, and he danced for a long time. So that was pretty incredible. That was a touching moment.
What has your overall experience been like in the music business? Any valuable advice that you wish you knew earlier on?
The business is tough, you know? My biggest piece of advice is to go out and fail, go out and try things. Most of the learning in the music industry has to do with real trial and error out in the field. It's hard to just read about it. So every time I've failed, I've learned from it, and every release is sort of my attempt to make everything better, make the music better, and the way I promote it and the way that I engage with the fans. So yeah, failure is good.
How excited are you for the Playground to drop? And what is up next for Paper Idol?
Yes, so I'm very excited for the Playground to drop. It's been a long time coming, and with it we are playing a show at the Moroccan Lounge on the day of release. So if you live in Los Angeles, come to the Moroccan. It's going to be super fun. We have a vinyl run for this release too, so there's going to be vinyl. We have all sorts of incredible t-shirts, and those can be found on our merch shop on our website. Yes, some exciting collabs as well. I can't say anything yet, but there will be some collabs out soon, which is cool.
What is your favorite spot to eat in LA?
That's easy. Taco Zone. Taco Zone is the best taco truck in possibly the entire world. It is located in Echo Park. I highly recommend going. Fantastic staff, fantastic tacos, cheap, easy, tasty. Taco Zone.
What does Paper Idol like to do when he's not making total bops?
When I'm not making total bops, I'm making half bops that go in my half bop folder, and I never share them. No, in all seriousness, I really like to surf, Netflix and chill, head out to the party with my friends, and yeah, just have a good time. Thank you so much, Quick Chats. This has been awesome. So yeah, and I'm out. Paper Idol.